You in the dark shirt.
Looking at the stat sheet, you took an awful lot of threes tonight. Any particular reason for that?
Well, they were giving me open looks, and I took them. Plain and simple. There's no need to look into it any deeper than that.
Okay, Kelly in front. What do you got?
Any reason you were in such an offensive groove tonight?
I got no explanation. I was fortunate enough to get some good looks and knock them all down, I guess.
You?
Yeah, first game as a starter. Feel good?
Yeah, man, it felt great.
Yeah, even though you displaced one of your teammates from the starting lineup?
It's a business, man. I'm just trying to handle mine, all right?
Tell that to the other guy.
Hey, man, the other guy's my brother, all right? I bleed for him, he bleeds for me.
And I think that answers the question. That's all the time we have, folks. Hey, there you are. I've been looking for you.
Yeah, you found me. What's going on?
Word's come down, Coach is going to add you to the starting lineup tonight. And being a starter means we need to set you up with some of your own intro music for when your name is announced.
Yeah, that's right. I didn't even think about that.
Well, that's why I'm here. So look at the options, think about what you want, and we'll get it set up with the ops team.
Okay, no doubt. This is all kind of hard to believe.
You've been playing great. You deserve this moment. Good luck tonight.
Thank you.
feet 1 inch, number 27, Rudy Gobert. Starting at small forward, standing 6'8", number 20, Gordon Hayward. Starting at forward, number 15 and 6'10", from Georgia Tech, Derek Favors. At point, 6 feet 4 inches, number 6, Sean Brown.
Drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot, drop it like it's hot. When the kids try to get it, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot, park it like it's hot. Get out of here.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Utah Jazz.
Park it like it's hot. Got the wheel on the best, because I got it going on. I'm a nice dude. It's a nice dream. See you guys.
The Bucks continue their journey as they play an interconference matchup on the road. Welcome to what should be a great Saturday night for the NBA. With Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. For the season series between these two teams, the Jazz came away empty-handed in the last matchup against Milwaukee.
And you don't need to dig too deep into the box score to figure out why they lost the game. I mean, their shooting percentage was abysmal.
You know, sometimes we talk about the defense getting into the heads of the opposing players, but it seemed that night they got in their own heads, couldn't get out of their own way as they lost confidence at the offensive end.
We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. And Milwaukee, looking at who they got, Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Jared Bayless is out there with Mayo, and it's Antetokounmpo in at the 3 slot. So the Utah Jazz able to put the first points up on the board. Here's Henson. The shot
hole coming into the league, but he's managed to bulk up over the last couple of seasons, and you know that's really helped him to hold his ground on the inside.
Parker's shot is off.
Not too much
Here's Brown, coming off a solid outing against Denver.
John Henson, 6'11" rim protector, was a beam testing in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Hayward against Mayo. Hayward passes to Gobert, and stolen by Mayo. The feed to Bayless. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Back to Mayo. There's the pick. 5 to shoot. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
And for Henson, offensively, best around the rim. He's tried to develop his face-up game, but he hasn't had a whole lot of success once he steps outside the paint.
And here's Brown outside. Shot's good. Brown's got 6 points. For Milwaukee, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Brown. Mayo into the lane. Rebounded by the Jazz. And Henson Clark, an excellent offensive rebounder. Reason enough to keep him close to the rim on offense.
And Kevin, I think he's really deceptive too. Even though he's right-handed, he actually prefers finishing with his left hand. I think that throws defenders off balance a bit.
Now here's Mayo, averaging 9 points per contest.
You can't get into much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
And the basket good.
Man, oh man, Kevin. He's really feeling it from three-point range now. All of a sudden, it seems like he just can't miss.
We'll go to Dorisburg, who spoke with head coach Jason Kidd. Doris, what's the news there?
Kevin, he told me basically he wants to turn the thoroughbreds loose today. He said, frankly, I don't think they have the speed to keep up with us. The more we run, the better off we'll be. Should be a fast-paced game, Kevin.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Now here's Mayo. Pass to Bayless. Here's Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Count the bucket. 3. Mayo's got 5 points so far.
That was simply a defensive breakdown there, Kevin. He was all alone for that shot. It was a warm-up jumper.
It's Brown with the drive. And Utah again with the bucket.
He is just tearing it up this quarter. That lead's not going anywhere while he's this hot.
There's the screen. Mayo kicks to Bayless. lets it go from 14. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Henson's got his first points of the night. Utah leading by 4. And here's Brown outside, and that is good.
He is really putting his foot on the pedal this quarter, doing a tremendous job leading their offense.
Here is Bayless. He's covered by Brown. Henson with it, averaging 9 points per contest. And here's Mayo from the arc. Mayo missing again. Utah's done a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. Burks kicks to Brown. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Brown. 1:12 left here in the opening quarter. Hayward against Mayo. Pulls it up. Good as the jump shot falls. Mayo's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, he's found his games and his rhythm.
Deciding to change it up. Jazz trail by 7. Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Favors. And it's Brown in at the 1 spot. That's the group right now for Utah.
Well, John Henson was a late bloomer in high school, played as a guard initially before hitting a major growth spurt. I think that helps him a lot when it comes to defending the perimeter. He's comfortable moving his feet and has a knack for blocking shots without fouling.
So for the Bucks, their last game a loss to the Lakers in Los Angeles.
Well, Kevin, I kept waiting for them to get back into that game. It seemed like they were capable of it, but it just never happened.
Well, I didn't see it, Steve. I mean, you had much more faith in them than I did. I didn't think they were showing any signs of life. We were watching the same thing, but perceiving it differently.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Nice soft touch to drop that one in.
And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Bucks.
Fellas, the rebounding has been very strong. Excellent so far. Putbacks are very valuable, and they're getting something.
Yeah, and I've noticed also that their quick hands have led to a lot of forced turnovers. They're getting some points in transition as a result.
Now, here's Brown. He's got 17, and he gets it to go.
Those are starting to add up. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 of them have been three-pointers.
And it's not just great offense, Clark. The defense is really lacking. Not enough energy on their closeout.
The shot goes down and gets this game back to even. Brown's got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, he started out hot, and he's only gotten hotter. He could be in for one of those games.
Carter Williams kicks to Bayless. Gobert with the block. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Jazz ball.
There's 38 seconds left here in the second. They've definitely hit that groove offensively.
They sure have, guys. I mean, really aggressive. And I like that posture and mindset. Stay aggressive.
Yeah. Steve, you like groove, don't you?
I do. I love groove, Kevin. And I love the attack mode this team is in, too. I mean, they're really getting into the paint. They're getting whatever they want offensively.
Milwaukee shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And for the season, guys, they're about 73% from the line. So kind of a mediocre shooting club.
You know, they've really put themselves behind the 8 ball in so many of their games because they just have not been able to knock down those foul shots.
Burks kicks to Hayward. Brown outside. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
And a tight game here as we end the first half. Bucks lead by 3. Stay with us, folks. We'll get back just after halftime to start the third quarter.
Okay, guys, we got a few minutes here. Let's go over a few things before we get going again. To begin with, we're shooting the ball at a very good percentage.
Ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Boy, he put on a show from the three-point line in the first half, didn't he? We'll see if the halftime break had any cooling effect on him.
Yeah, we'll soon find out because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. Parker and Henson, the duo inside. Mayo out there with Jared Bayless, and it's Ande DeCumbo into the small forward. And Milwaukee has possession. To the three-pointer for Brown.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
For the lead, Bayless grabs the board. The Bucks shooting 53% from the floor. They're locked in. Mayo dishing to Bayless. It's Parker with the drive. Here's Henson. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Changing sides didn't seem to help them at all. Now, guys, they missed their first 3 shots in the third quarter.
A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here is Bayless. He's covered by Brown. Now Bayless. 8 points for him. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Second chance effort. And Parker with the layup. Parker's got 10 points in the game.
That was an important bucket. They're only 1 of 5 now, so they really had to get their offense clicking.
Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, thank you, Kevin. Giannis Antetokounmpo's guard skills belie his height, which is approaching 7 feet. Coach Jason Kidd said he's literally growing. When you see him in the open court, that's where he's at his best. He reminds me of a Scottie Pippen, kind of a magic guy who can find the open teammate. He's very comfortable with the ball in his hands. Guys?
He's got the length factor to be sure. Thanks, Doris.
O.J. Mayo, a smooth, long-range shooter with deep range. When he gets going, he can put up some big numbers.
And Mayo, 6 foot. Substitutions. 9 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Mayo drives in. With 1 on the clock. Got it off in time, but it's no good. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist.
Don't you think, Kevin?
Sure.
This is just a phenomenal pass. Made the defense look like they had no idea what was going on.
What precision with that pass.
Beautiful.
Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Trevor Booker is out there with Favors, and it's Brown in at the point guard position. That's the group right now for Utah. Jazz trail by 4. He tries for 3, and Utah another 3.
Once again, he's able to knock down the long-range jumper. He's on automatic. Just a brilliant game.
Carter Williams kicks to Mayo. Henson sets a screen for Mayo. He dishes it to Parker. Passes it to Ande DeCumbo. Shot clock at 6. The shot is off.
Well, he's wide open there, but really struggles from that range. Maybe there's a reason he's open. All the buckets he's poured in today put them in a terrific position heading into the stretch.
For the Utah Jazz, they won their last contest, that game against the Nuggets in Denver. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Michael Carter Williams with that rare height at the point guard spot. He's 6'6", long arms. And one thing you love about taller point guards is the ability to really survey the court and pass over the top of the defense.
Gobert, he's checked in for Trevor Booker. Nice step back to get it on. And now that's 35 points for Big Daddy.
He is bombing it today. How many more threes are we going to see from him?
Well, we've already seen plenty. The majority of his points have come on that shot.
It's stolen by Gobert. Burks, the best of favorites. Great pass to set up the lay-ins. And now it's a 4-point Utah lead. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Jazz.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And something else they've excelled at is their interior defense. A lot of blocked shots for them tonight.
Ande DeCumbo. And it's off target. Not sure why he took that one. Hayward dishes to Burks. And stolen by Mayo. And here they come. Here's Carter Williams. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Carter Williams has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, it's been a tale of 2 halves, hasn't it, guys? After a terrible first half, he's really picking it up.
Checked in for Milwaukee. Utah has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Brown outside. Rebound, Milwaukee. On to Tacumbo, who's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Takes it from 10. Gobert with the block. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation. And Hayward gets it to go.
Great outside shooting fueling this run.
And the defense getting bombarded. They just haven't been able to slow them down.
Here is Bayless. He's covered by Brown. And Bayless kicks to Parker. A three-pointer, no good. Jazz leading by 5. Brown outside. Antetokounmpo pulls it in. The Bucks have gone just 1 of 6 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Bayless the pass to Parker. Misses from close range.
It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Brown outside. Lets it go with the 3. Rebound, Milwaukee. Burks kicks to Brown. Good on the three-point shot. Brown's got 38 points.
Oh, they've come out of halftime just smoking hot from behind the arc.
Hey, trust me on this one, partner. They are going to continue to let them fly.
Feeds to Mayo. Fires for 3. And that one's good.
The success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot. But if they do, I think you're right, Mark. Particularly if they can convert defense into offense. And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the three-point line. That's 4 of the last 5. You've got to run those guys off the line.
I agree, and the defense is practically giving them those shots, though.
Let's find out what Doris Broadcast for us.
Jason Kidd was just going over the plan with his team. He told his players, turnovers are killing us right now. We can't keep trying to make the home run play. Settle down, run the offense, and make the simple pass. Kevin, sounds easy enough.
To the paint. Here's Parker. And that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless. And that's 12 points for Jabari Parker.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Brown outside. Can't get it to go. And Milwaukee will come the other way. We've got 1:18 left in the game. Mayo dishing to Parker. Another miss by Parker.
In this quarter, he's really been off the mark. He just looks a little bit unsettled.
And it's Brown missing. Bucks trail by 6.
It's going to take something special, maybe a miracle for them to come back right now.
How about a little luck?
Here is Bayless. He's covered by Brown. No one near Mayo as he lets it go. Nails it. And now they trail by just 4. This may be their most important possession.
Now, as long as they don't make a mistake here, they should be safe.
And here's Brown outside. And Henson pulls it down. Milwaukee's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 three-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Money! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Oh, what a clutch shot. That could be the difference maker.
Big, big moment in this game.
And they go to the intentional foul.
That's his 3rd personal foul. First team.
Milwaukee on D. And now they decide to foul intentionally. And the first of 2, no good. Heartbreaking.
At the line for your Jazz.
And he ends up making the second, and that makes it a 3-point lead. Meehl kicks to Bayless. Can't tie it up as that one misses. Guys are not going to be in any rush on this possession.
Not with the lead. I mean, now's the time to use the clock to your advantage. Take your time, milk the clock a little bit.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Well, that took way too long. If they're trying to stretch this thing out, they shouldn't waste so much time.
He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. For 3. Sinks it. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his third personal foul. 14 foul. Shooting from Utah, Alec Burks. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Man, pressure-packed free throws, but he looks cool as can be. So big to give them that 3-point lead.
And so it's Utah who scraped by with the win. It was tight, but they managed to come up with the win.
You know, nobody wants to lose a close game, Kevin. It's much better to win those tight ones.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Big Daddy.
There he is. Hey, how are things back home?
Same as they ever were.
All right.
Listen, when are you gonna come over to the house and have dinner? You know, Jeannie thinks I haven't invited you yet.
All right. Listen, tell her as soon as things slow down for me. So probably in the off season, okay?
All right, sounds like a plan. Now listen, you stay focused out there. Make your old ball coach proud.
All right. Yes, sir, I will, okay?
All right.
All right.
I don't care if you're in grade school or the NBA. This game is all about solid fundamentals. Let's get some extra work in here. Gotta get better every day. I've told you 100 times, effort on the practice court translates into results in the game. That just wasn't good enough. I hope to get a better effort out of you next game. Now get out of here.
I'm the one who flip them on the joints. Word about it, check it out.
Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan, Clark Kellogg, and Steve Kerr here with you, alongside Doris Burke from the sidelines. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they won their last contest, that game against the Timberwolves in Minnesota. And that was a serious blowout. Not too many people can claim that they saw that coming.
And they did just what you have to do as a road team, guys. They never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Seemed like every time they took a punch, they had a counter.
You'll like this, Steve. Reverse spurtability, we call that. They had any defensive lapses, they immediately made up for it with some instant offense.
All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. So on the floor for Utah. Burke's the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Gobert is out there with Favors, and it's Brown in at the point guard position. Utah's on defense. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
And what that game came down to, guys, was their ability to use that three-point shot so effectively.
The work they did on the perimeter was absolutely outstanding. Way too much for that defense to be able to handle.
Derek Favors, a very defensive-minded young big man, 6'10", over 260 pounds. Got that 7'4" wingspan. So enormous potential, great size, and he can guard either power forwards or centers with ease.
Here's Conley after the basket by Utah. Allen outside. Randolph kicks to Kufis. He feeds it to Conley. 5 to shoot. Launches it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. He tries for 3, and it's Brown missing. For Memphis, they've gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
Conley dishes to Green. Clock at 6. No luck. So Utah will take it the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
And what caused them to lose that last matchup was the mistakes. They just committed too many turnovers, and they were sloppy with the ball, and that's why they lost. And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
Nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
And so Favors nails both of them. And sloppy play clock to be avoided at all costs.
Kevin, just take care of the ball. That's what you want to tell him. Just take care of the ball. Don't throw weak passes. Don't be careless. Don't telegraph your passes. If you keep your focus mentally, you won't make those kinds of careless mistakes.
Took him no time at all on that one. 6 points for Big Daddy.
Take a moment here to see some of the numbers for Michael Conley. 4th in steals, 7th in assists. 3-point field goal accuracy has been really impressive. He's ranked in the top 15.
Steve, he's a real ace defensively for him when you take a look at his steals per game average. I mean, whether it's getting into the passing lanes or taking the ball from ball handlers, he does both really well.
And here's Randolph after the three-pointer from Brown. And the wide-open shot from Green. Drills it from outside. Green's got his first 3 points of the game.
How about that? They respond to a three-pointer with a quick three of their own.
Yeah, terrific. Great back-and-forth sequence right there. If he can improve on what's been a shaky day for him thus far, they could stretch this lead out.
Passes it to Randolph. Over to the wing. Shot from the top of the key. Conley gets the bucket. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Dorsberg had a chance to catch up with head coach Dave Yeager. Doris, what do you have to say?
Thanks, Kevin. Yes, plenty of reason for confidence coming into this game. They're leading the series 2 games to none this season. But he's far from complacent. He said their length and shot blocking inside does present some challenges. We can't get careless in our attack and fail to react to help side defenders. Guys, let's see how they do.
Okay, Doris, thanks. It's almost like a crucial aspect to enabling your offense. You first have to get around the stifling defense, don't you?
Yeah, and I think the key, Kevin, is being the aggressor right from the outset of this game.
That means being in attack mode and not passing up any good shots that you get early.
Well, good teams tend to have a defined style of play. Steve, the Grizzlies had grit and grind, but it seems they're going away from it now.
Kind of a throwback style, Kevin, but it suited their personnel perfectly, particularly with Randolph and Gasol down low. The slower pace lent itself to better defense for them, and they really pounded you inside, that's for sure.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Shot denied. In transition, here come the Jazz. And it's good. Fought through contact, hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
They've made one basket after another since getting this game started, and you wonder, is the blowout in store?
Too early to say that and go there, Steve, but it has been pretty ugly so far.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. John Lord, he's checked in for Kupas. Carter comes in for Zach Randolph. Lee's checked in for Allen. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Now, here's Burke. Right now averaging 11 points a game. 46 seconds left to play here in the first. Green up on top. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against the Timberwolves in Minneapolis. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Carter penetrating, and the layup is good.
You know, the only tough part of that basket for him was getting into such good position. The rest of it seemed easy.
Pass to Booker. Brown outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 20.
They've built a big lead here early.
Both defensively and offensively. They've been terrific right from the tip.
Udrich up top. He had 13 points in the win against Minnesota. Lee goes in. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
During the season, very impressive number.
And they've increased their percentage quite a bit since last season, guys.
So Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. Kufis checked in for Lure. Randolph comes in for Green. Tony Allen's checked in for Vince Carter. And Mike Conley subbed in for Udrich. Conley and Allen are the guard set. Randolph and Kufis are inside. And it's Lee in at the small forward. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And good on the basket. Book it. And the Jazz lead by 17. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Brown against Conley. He kicks to Randolph. Goes up the baseline, and he gets the bucket. Here's Brown. Really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. You talk about players who either love or hate contact. Randolph, I think, is in his element, Clark, leaning on people. He likes to feel other bodies.
Yeah, they love Sibo, they call him, don't they? He can get busy. Boy, I love watching him go to work. You know, he likes to be in the middle of contact. He gets to the rim. Whenever you lose contact, if you're guarding him, and he's not the most explosive guy, but it just points out, Kevin, you can be highly skilled and a really good basketball player and not be a off-the-charts athlete.
He wears on his opponent,
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
he? There's a lot of attrition.
I think he created that phrase, what was it, grit and grind? Grit and grind for the Grizzlies?
You're right.
And that's how he plays.
Yeah. And here is Conley following the three from Brown. Some nice passing there by Memphis. 6 to shoot. Randolph. Utah with the rebound. Favors got his 6th rebound on the night.
Well, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor.
Randolph never really an above-the-rim player, but with his combination of strength and skill, he remains effective. Deft touch with that left hand.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, Courtney Lee, acquired by the Grizzlies last season in a trade with the Celtics. And his teammate Mike Conley has put it, Courtney was a huge, huge piece. People overlook him, but it's key that he's able to stretch the court for us. It gives Zach and Mark more space, and he can definitely lock up defensively. Kevin?
He's been a great fit as a two-way player on the perimeter, too, Doris. Thanks. Now here's Lee after the miss from Brown. From 8, and Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Allen. That's now 8 points for Zach Randolph.
And Randolph is able to post up or face up, and he's lethal either way. And that high arcing shot of his from mid-range, beautiful to watch, impossible to block. And on that right block, he's doing work down there because he understands how to use that wide base of his to get separation.
The Jazz shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game.
Yeah, they've just been an ordinary team in terms of free throw shooting this year, guys, about 75%.
And the Jazz making a change here. Booker's checked in. Now here's Allen. Conley kicks to Allen. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for it. Jazz leading by 18. Here's Brown. Another miss by Utah.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. And it's Kufus missing. Here is Favors. He has 5. Takes the 13-footer, and he gets it to go. 30 points for Big Daddy. Here's Conley. The shot will not go. And through the first half.
Kevin, we just witnessed what was an amazing offensive display from this guy in the first half. Where did that scoring explosion come from?
I don't really know, to be honest. I was looking for chances to get my shot off, and I just happened to find them over and over in that first half. So, I don't know. I'm sure they'll make some adjustments, but until then, just going to keep attacking.
Well done. Thunder up, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris, for that interview, and we'll see you.
Guys, that was the perfect way to start this game. Let's go over some stuff and do more of the same in the second half. First off,
For one to the start of the second half, big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Yeah, he played a very mature first half offensively, just finding gaps and making good decisions, getting into the defense and knocking down shots.
Well, the way he played that first half, that's exactly what we're talking about when we say offensive efficiency.
Taking a look at the Jazz. Hayward 3 and favors the 4. Brown out there with Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the nose.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Well, Trey Burke and Alec Burks, the Burks head coach. Try saying that fast 5 times.
I will not. That is indeed a bit of a tongue twister. But you know, Kevin, these two have a chance to make a pretty special backcourt tandem. Both are really exceptional ball handlers, and I like Alec Burks' ability to attack the rim and finish creatively. And you know, Trey Burke showed in his rookie year that he can shoot it from deep and knows how to run a team effectively.
Here's Conley after the made shot from Brown. And it's Conley penetrating, and it's off the back rim, no good.
Oh boy, he is cold as ice. I don't think he's going to be the one to help them cut into the lead. Well, the lead isn't getting any smaller. I mean, this is an incredibly well-rounded performance for this club on the road.
You know, that's the thing, Steve. To dominate as they have in front of a hostile crowd, really impressive.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke.
Yes, guys, over that last break, I listened to Dave Yeager address his team. He told them they should be dedicating themselves to hitting the offensive glass with everything they've got from now on, even if that means it takes them away from defensive transition. His other point of emphasis was that they need to be making sharp entry passes into the paint and operating their offense out of the low post. Coach was not wasting any time in altering their strategy here in the second half, and Kevin, he's going to hope those changes take effect quickly.
Thank you, Doris. And here's Brown outside. That's good. Brown's got 39.
A nice start to the second half. Just one miss in their first 5 attempts.
Conley against Brown. Conley kicks to Kufis. Allen outside. Shot clock at 6. Green passes to Conley. Here's Kufis. Randolph trying to free himself up, and it's Kufis missing. Utah's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Burks. Again, the Jazz score.
And the shooting percentage continues to climb, guys, here in the second half. They're on fire.
Steve, I like the collective focus since halftime. Good team basketball resulting in high-quality shots.
Now, here's Green, averaging 16 points a game. And Zach Randolph, the bucket on the assist by Allen. And that's now 10 points for Zach Randolph.
You know, down there in the low post is where you really want to create a lot of your offense.
Here's Brown. The Grizzlies pull it in. Kufis has got 6 rebounds in the game. Conley dishes to Kufis. Conley kicks to Allen. The feed to Kufis. Shoots from 12. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Brown wide open. He fires. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
He's been working some magic out there today, guys. This lead has been largely his making.
Conley kicks to Randolph. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Zach Randolph is a terrific rebounder and scorer in his prime.
I like that shooting.
Points and 12 rebounds. And
both teams making some changes here. Lee with the ball. 7 points in the game. There's the triple. The shot is off.
Tune in Wednesday, March 4th. Derek Favors and the Utah Jazz go up against the Boston Celtics. Make sure to catch it.
And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
This was an exceptional pass, guys, and we see the result. Hits him in stride, and bam, the slam dunk.
And so here's Memphis. We've got Allen. Udrich out there with Conley. Then it's John Lure, and it's Green in at the 4. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. And out of bounds as Utah gains possession.
Boy, that's embarrassing, guys. He's going to have a hard time living that one down later when they watch it on tape.
Jazz leading by 22. Here's Brown. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Allen outside. Dishes it to Lure. Pass to Conley.
You know, the league seems pretty serious about creating more parity between the teams. A big sign of that was the last CBA, where the NBA more than tripled the amount of revenue sharing between the big market and the small market teams. The little guys, I think, are in a much better position now than they were a few years ago.
Here's Brown. Will not go. This is off the front iron. The Grizzlies shooting around 41% on the night. Conley, the pass to Lure. Back to Conley. Hayward grabs the board. Hayward's got his 3rd rebound tonight. And most NBA teams now can turn a profit with the revenue sharing and still field a competitive team.
And I think that's really important, that you try to balance it out between the large market teams and the smaller market teams. Clearly, revenue creation is different when you're in a bigger market versus a smaller one. So with the tougher luxury tax and revenue sharing, the size of your market is a little bit mitigated. And so, therefore, everybody has a better chance to be competitive.
Conley gets the bucket.
The entire defense was frozen footed. Nobody picked up the shooter, Kevin.
Jazz leading by 21. There's Brown with the 3. That's good. Brown's got 48.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
That was the 9th straight point from behind the arc, Clark. It feels like they're finding the holes in this defense.
There's the pick. The drive by Green. 4 on the shot clock. And good, and it takes a loose bounce off the right iron and down.
And there it is again. That's where their points have been coming today, from the low post.
And even under pressure in tight, they've maintained their concentration and converted their opportunities.
And it's Brown missing. For Memphis, they've gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the 4th. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing in the power forward spot as a 2 at 4. But defensively, he's much better guarding 3s.
And Jeff Green, not a big rebounder, struggles guarding in the low block. What do you think, Clark, is his best position?
You know, it's hard for me to say, Kevin. I think he's probably just a 3/4. I think at the 4 he has a little bit more of a quickness advantage. So I would probably look to playing him at that position.
Conley kicks to Randolph. A jump hook, and it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. I mean, they're really pushing them around physically at this point. There's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny those looks.
Conley dishes to Allen. The pass to Randolph. And the layup's good off the glass.
Kevin, he's been a bright spot in what's otherwise been a little bit of a struggle for this team.
And here's Brown outside, and Utah another 3.
By the way this defense is playing out there, I mean, they might as well not be there. That's 5 straight wide open 3s.
Yeah, and that's way too many. I mean, typically teams will get the message to cover shooters after 1 or 2 wide open 3s, but they just haven't figured it out yet.
Utah leading by 22. Tries a 3, and he gets it to go. Brown's got 57 points.
Wow. What can you say?
For Memphis, they've gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Conley, the pass to Allen. This one for 3. No good. And it's Utah the other way. It's Brown with the drive, so he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really an extraordinary game for Brown. And just an amazing performance from downtown.
He is raining down the threes, guys. You know how much I love to see this. Well, the old days of the dollar-for-dollar luxury tax are gone. The new, more punitive luxury tax really changing the way the league does business. Teams like the Knicks and the Lakers and the Celtics, high-revenue teams, they're not nearly as willing to go into that tax anymore, so it really has kind of leveled the playing field. And I think the work on the boards has been a big key for their success in this game, guys.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, it's been total control on the boards for them.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Jazz.
Looks that way, Steve. And Clark, what an effort in the transition game we've seen tonight from these guys. Really pushed the ball, and I think in doing so created a lot of pressure on the defense.
Yeah, I agree with you there. I mean, they definitely had a huge edge, and that's in their DNA, to push the pace and to apply pressure from an offensive standpoint. When they run the ball and dictate the flow of the offense like we've seen here, these are exactly the kind of games they can play.
That's fun basketball to watch.
It sure is. It sure is.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
They finally got something good to happen against this opponent. The last 2 times out, they weren't nearly as productive.
Yeah, they'll now be 1-2 against them this season. They'll face them once more, so they could end up with a split in those 4 games.
Beyond the actual result of this game, I think fans are going to look back and see this was just a monstrous performance for Big Daddy. He was extremely efficient offensively, getting looks, knocking down big shots all game long. That's an easy shot there. That's a shot that he should make more often than not.
From deep, it counts.
I'm speechless, Kevin. With his shooting ability, that's a 1 in 100 shot.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. They put on a show tonight, thoroughly controlling each end of the floor.
Hey, what more can you ask?
Thank you for joining us for this presentation of the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark, Stephen Doris, and the rest of the crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time. Last but not least, here is your Jordan Player of the Game, Big Daddy.
feels so good. The so-called experts, gurus, and basketball geniuses said we don't have what it takes to contend. Next stop, Titletown. All I can say is, how you like me now?
Don't go to that jeweler of yours and start sizing up rings just yet. We got a long way to go before we start talking about titles.
Why you gotta bring me down like that?
Ain't nobody bringing you down. I'm trying to tell you something. I don't want us to get ahead of ourselves. A lot of basketball to play.
Okay, then.
Okay, I've been thinking.
That's never a good thing.
Huh. Funny guy. That's why I like you so much. Always keeping it light. Doesn't hurt my feelings at all. Anyway, you're really starting to make a name for yourself. So, with more eyeballs on you, I think it's time for you to start doing a little more to really stand out.
All right.
You know, get the word-of-mouth machine churning.
So what are you thinking?
You need to start doing pregame rituals. You know, LeBron's got the chalk toss, KG headbutts the stanchion. You know, something to get the people buzzing about you. Keep your name trending.
Yeah, I like the idea of creating something that people can associate with me. That's cool.
Oh, good. Well, I'll let you think about it, pick one out, and I look forward to seeing it debut before the next game.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan with Steve Kerr and Clark Kellogg alongside, and our sideline reporter tonight is Doris Burke. For the Utah Jazz, they come in off a good outing against the Grizzlies in Memphis. And that result, guys, was a real shocker. It was just about as complete a dominant performance as we've seen them.
And, guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their offense alone. It was that good.
And to do it on the road, too, I mean, with the way they just kept coming at them, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
The starters for the Utah Jazz, Hayward 3 and Favors the 4. Round out there with Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the 5, home in the paint. And here's Favors.
Avery Bradley from Texas, one of the elite perimeter defenders in the NBA. A guy who can really give you nightmares bringing the ball up the floor. 6'2", but with long arms, and he can defend both guard positions. Really pressures the ball well.
And the Celtics with possession here. Following the shot by Alec Burks. Thomas kicks to Bradley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. Bradley's got the game going with his first points of the game for Boston. And so it's Utah here with the ball. Brown wide open. He fires. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Not only is this team just on a tear right now, but every report you hear is that they're a very tight-knit group off the court as well.
That can mean so much for a team. When you genuinely like and care about the guys you're playing with, you get to know them on a personal level away from the game. I think that makes you play much harder each time you hit the floor because you're not only playing to win, you're playing for each other. And that can fuel you in powerful ways.
So it's Boston now after the basket by Utah. And stolen by Favors. And here comes Hayward, leading the fast break. And he gets the bucket. Burks has got his first points of the game.
You know, when the size advantage is that pronounced, I mean, that's exactly what you should do offensively in this situation. Take it strong to the middle.
Now here's Sullinger. 11 points for him in that last game against the Cavaliers in Cleveland.
Boy, nice work inside. Tough to get that shot over a big defender like that.
No, that takes skill and creativity, Steve, particularly on the release to make sure he doesn't get a hand on it.
Their offense already flowing. Some stellar shooting while jumping out to this lead.
Well, high-quality shots, and they've been on target with them.
Here's Thomas. He's coming off a 19-point game against Cleveland. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Sullinger.
Well, Jared Sullinger grew up with the game. His father was a demanding high school coach. And the word is that Jared was actually doing footwork drills at the age of 2. Shooting regulation free throws by 3. You see how strong he is. And he's got a great IQ and skill for the game.
Let's send it out to DB, who caught up with head coach Brad Stevens. Doris?
Kevin, he said basically that in order to be successful, their main priority has to be canceling out the speed of their opponents with good transition defense. That, to him, is what will make the biggest difference here today and allow them to get a win, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Thomas passes to Crowder. Boston again missing. And Sullinger's father coaching him to a state title his junior season at Northwood High School.
Yes, that's one of the outstanding high school coaches in the state of Ohio. Enjoying retirement now, and you know, the season prior to that, they'd been eliminated from the playoffs after his father sat Jared down for failing to turn in a school assignment. He was sending Jared a message, no shortcut, athletically or academically. The message was received.
Absolutely. Trevor Booker, he's checked in now for Gobert. And now let's have a look at the NBA's top snipers, shooting guards with the highest percentage from three-point territory over the last month. In the third spot, Avery Bradley.
Well, you don't have to be a great two-guard, but it definitely helps. And pretty much all these guys fit into that great category.
And with any of those guys, when they get on a roll from three-point land, I mean, it can last for a while. We're talking a long time.
Thomas, good.
They're really doing a nice job establishing a presence inside early.
That's going to open things up for them on the perimeter going forward, Clark.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to listen in on what Quinn Snyder was going over with his team. The strategy included running the offense through Big Daddy. Coach wants to get him involved early so he can establish a strong presence at that end of the floor and provide them with a well-balanced offensive attack. He then went on to tell them he wants to use their fast break offense to its full effect, saying, "We can run these guys into the ground." It's still very early in this game, so there's plenty of time for those changes to take effect, Kevin.
All right, Doris. Here's Thomas after the made shot from Brown. And Zeller kicks to Bradley. Nice ball movement by Boston. Goes back up. Here's Zeller. Here's the three. Bradley can't get it to go.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Brown, good.
Well, the history of college coaches switching over to the NBA is pretty daunting, but Brad Stevens of the Celtics can't worry about those who came before him. He's just got to be himself, and he was well regarded in Boston. Despite the fact that they went through a rebuilding process last year, he did a really good job.
Outside Thomas. Zeller setting the pick for Thomas. And the layup is good. Thomas got 6 points. 44 seconds left to play in the first. There's Brown with the three, and Utah another three.
The defense has done very little to slow them down so far.
Celtics trail by 17. Now here's Thomas. He has 6. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Well, he gave the officials no choice.
Dialed in from long range. I like it.
Go straight up when he's under the board.
Move out on the floor for the Celtics. A different look for Utah. For Boston, they've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. Taking a look at the Jazz. Works the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Rudy Gobert is out there with Favors, and it's Brown in at the point guard position. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 26 points.
Got to make a defensive adjustment here because he's just destroying them from three-point range.
Well, even when they've closed out on him, Steve, he's knocking them down.
Thomas, no good.
You see the defenders get out of his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the bucket. Not that time.
And a slam dunk by Favors.
Another bucket, adding to their lead. They've been the better team in every facet of the game.
And to turn in this kind of performance in an opponent's building, that's really impressive.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. Dishes to Crowder. That's in there. Thomas with the assist. Crowder's got his first 3 points of the game. Utah has gone off with a three-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. And it's out of bounds. The Celtics will take it the other way.
We'll talk about Avery Bradley here. Let's take a look at some of his stats. A breakdown since the All-Star break. He's averaging 15 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. I'm sure he's happy with the way things have been going. Those are some nice, steady numbers.
Well, how could he be unhappy about it, Steve? I mean, he'd probably like to see just a little more of an uptick in him, just the same, but nothing to not be content about there.
Brown outside. Can't get it to go. Now Boston takes it the other way. Tough loss coming against Cleveland in their last game played.
Kevin, that game defensively was an absolute nightmare. They went into that building and just got blown out by a very hot team.
Well, they didn't defend those shooters like they should have, and once the fans got into it and the arena started rocking and thumping and bumping, things only got worse.
Here's Gobert. Makes it off the glass. Gobert's got his second bucket of the night. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Jazz.
You know, they've done a great job of getting a hand up on shooters. Actually have gotten a lot of blocks as well, solidifying that defensive effort.
I think they're also getting some good looks in transition, doing a nice job of running the floor. You're going to be waiting a long time if you're waiting for him to miss that when he's that open.
The Jazz have gotten all but one of their 7 shots in the second quarter to drop. Pretty impressive. The feed to Hayward. There's the 3. There's the bucket. Good. Hayward's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
No matter who it is, that kind of defense is not going to cut it.
Sullinger the screen. Bradley, no one around him. Another shot, and Sullinger lays it in. Sullinger's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense. Well, I'll bet his teammates love playing with him. He's distributing the ball perfectly.
Well, he keeps everybody happy, and you know what? The assist numbers don't lie.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And some changes here for the Celtics. Bass comes in for Zeller. And Smart subbed in for Isaiah Thomas. And a switcher also for Utah. Booker's checked in.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Bradley is screen on Brown. Here's Smart, and it's blocked by Brown.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting to settle for jumpers offensively.
Well, and that's fine, but you can't really count on those to go. I think they should be fighting their way inside for higher percentage looks.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Kelly Olynyk.
Good ball movement.
A dominating first half of basketball, and so far hasn't been close. Utah out in front, just dominating this one. And now let's catch up with Doris Burke, who's standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Certainly good numbers from you shooting the ball in the first half. What has been your approach on offense?
I'm just trying to let the game come to me. When I don't try to force it on offense, good things happen. And that's why I've had success here early on. Yeah.
Slow and steady wins the race, Kevin.
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
All right, fellas. Great job in the early going. But we've got to keep playing the same way. Keep this building out of it. First of all, our transition offense has been really clicking, and it made a big difference. Let's keep getting those points on the break. One big reason to be encouraged is the scoring we got off turnovers. There's nothing that'll lift a team up like good defense leading to offense, and that's just the kind of lift we could use. And guys, I don't want too many of us under the glass at the defensive end. I want to be sure that we always have at least a couple of guys getting up court, ready to receive the outlet pass and get an easy bucket on the break. All right, guys, I know we got a healthy lead, but we cannot let up against this tougher team. Let's go.
To begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys, and we'll see if there is a comeback on our hands or more of the same as we get the third quarter started. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Just a pleasure to watch him play basketball. The way he sets up his teammates, his passing, his decision-making, very impressive.
Yeah, Steve, everything has been running through him, and he's doing a really nice job of racking up those assists.
Sullinger and Zeller together down low. Avery Bradley is out there with Thomas. And it's Crowder in at the 3 spot. That's the Boston 5. Jay Crowder, a former second-rounder back in 2012 out of Marquette. Those Golden Eagles churn out some gamers, don't they?
They sure do. You think about Wes Matthews, Jimmy Butler, and Crowder is in that same mold. Strong and rugged, a physical defender, a smart player, and plays with a great motor and enthusiasm.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, gentlemen, Kelly Olynyk grew up in a basketball family. His father was the head coach at the University of Toronto. Kelly said, I had unlimited access to a huge basketball mind, which was unbelievable. He loved the game so much, and he had so much knowledge and experience. It really made me want to succeed in the game. Guys?
Great skill in that front court. He fits right in. Thanks, Doris. Shoots it up. And there's another one for the Jazz.
And you look at Crowder, a combo forward, muscular frame, built like a tight end. In fact, he played power forward in college, but at 6'6", he's played the 3 in the pro.
Bradley kicks to Thomas. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And for Crowder, the three-pointer is his main offensive weapon right now. Not great from out there yet, but you can be certain he'll continue to work on that shot as he feels that 3-and-D niche in the NBA.
It's amazing. Isaiah Thomas is just a fighter. He's adapted and thrived at every level. In his 3 years at the University of Washington, he got better and better each season. And in the NBA, barely even projected to make the league. He's outplayed his competition and continued to improve.
And it's Brown missing. The Celtics shooting well. They're at 45%. Passes it to Thomas. to Bradley. A baseline J. Shot denied. Here's Burks. A three-pointer is right on target. Burks has got 7. And for Thomas, a success born of maturity and dedication. Clark, he said he had to grow up young, going to a boarding school at 16.
Yeah, school across the country from his family. I mean, that can't be easy when you're only 16 years old. He said he hated it at the time. What made him go from being a boy into being a self-sufficient man, and you can't discount that in his development.
And now Doris Burke has an update from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break. The strategy included running the offense through Thomas. Coach has a lot of faith offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. He also wants them to concentrate on working as a team at the offensive end. Passing, patience, and teamwork. Those were the messages. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Thanks, Doris. Sullinger with a screen for Thomas. Gobert with the block.
Boy, they've really dominated on the glass, and of course they've done a lot of good things here tonight, but the rebounds have played a major factor.
Hey, Steve, you know rebounding always one of the key barometers in determining the victor. Well, they scored over half of their points so far. That's a major contribution.
Thomas against Brown. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Isaiah Thomas actually named after the former Pistons great. You might think his father was a big fan, but it's actually the opposite. His dad was a Laker fan. He lost a bet during the 1989 finals. Incredible story. Pistons went on to beat the Lakers, so he had to name his son Isaiah. I guess he'd be named Magic if they had won.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Kelly Olynyk checked in for Tyler Zeller. Bass comes in for Jared Sullinger. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Jay Crowder. And Smart subbed in for Bradley. There's Thomas with the 3. Booker pulls it in. And Isaiah grew up in Seattle. Loved the Sonics, but also because of his father, was a big Lakers fan.
Well, some conflicting allegiances for Thomas there. I mean, he played 3 years with the Sacramento Kings, who've had their rivalry with the Lakers. When Seattle made their failed bid for the Kings, he had to have mixed emotions there, too.
Burke kicks to Hayward. 1:30 left in the third quarter, and Thomas over to help. It's stolen by Bass. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Turner leading the charge.
Guys, that's simply superb. Ball pressure, a run out, and then a dunk in transition.
Exactly, Clark, what they wanted, the aggressive defense to lead to.
Yeah, points in transition.
That's why you want to make the other team feel uncomfortable handling the ball, because you can get easy points out of it at the other end. He is feeling it. A terrific percentage from the field.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Bass with a screen for Thomas. He feeds it to Bass. Back to Thomas. Celtics passing it around. Bass dishes to Smart. And that one's good. Smart's got his second bucket of the night.
They've taken so many shots down there, and they're knocking them down. Really good looks in the paint.
No doubt the offensive philosophy today. Pound that thing inside.
Burke can't get it to go. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
100% free throw shooting this half, guys.
Cover somebody.
And so it's Utah.
Hey, wait up a minute.
Yeah, what's up?
Hey, congratulations on the game tonight, man. You played well, really well.
Thanks, dog. You need something?
Yeah, so listen, I was talking with the arena operations guy, and he suggested we're long past due to get you some of your own sounds in the arena. You know, after you dunk, make a free throw, hit a three-pointer.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've been wanting to get some of them custom sounds for a while.
Yeah, great. Well, look at the options, think about what you want, and we'll get it set up with the ops team.
Hey, man, that's legit. I appreciate it.
Yeah, another one of them flip mode joints. What's the value? Word one of y'all. Check it out, y'all. Just say it, you know what I'm saying? Make you feel good, feel alright. One time, feel good, yeah, y'all. Bust up, down in the place, y'all. Make it feel real good, y'all. Flip mode, squad in place, y'all.
Buck wild for all of my time, we don't care. Lost like a bunch of young black millionaires. I'm making it run, me and my niggas stacking my one. Lost a little invest up in the mutual fund. Blowing the horn, a sense of every day I was born. Never dream I see it, landscaping my lawn. Dangerous, be accurate, have to get the flow be so immaculate. Again, I'm watching my dough. I'm sipping this love and really saying hello. Anyway, go ahead and display your order, little honey whipping a little cabriolet. I don't mean to hold you up, but I got something to say. I swear to only give you hype every day. Afraid of us, you know this ain't a game to us. You strange to us, that's when you're getting dangerous. Come on. Coming around all of you, surround me. So much to drown me, making you feeling the funk, blazing. Stay hitting with that blow a hole in your trunk, afraid of us. You know this ain't the game to us. You strange to us, that's when we getting dangerous. Come on. This is serious. We could make you delirious. Right? You should have a healthy fear of us. Cause too much of us is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. A flip most fall is dangerous. So dangerous, we so dangerous. My whole entire unit is dangerous. Come on.
And it's the Jazz coming in from out of town in this one, an interconference game today. And get ready for another dose of NBA basketball here with Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr. I'm Kevin Harlan. The Philadelphia 76ers came away with the win, their last meeting this season against the Utah Jazz.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team clicks. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Burks the off guard with Hayward at the 3. Gobert is out there with Favors, and it's Brown in at the point guard position. Jazz on D. Their last game, a win against Boston, looking to carry it into this one.
And guys, they could have won that game on the strength of their... Offense alone, it was that good.
And to do it on the road, too, I mean, with the way they just kept coming at him and coming at him, they kept that crowd out of the game the entire time. That's good work.
Just 2 to shoot. Shot's good. So it's the Jazz now. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Burks kicks to Hayward. Burks with it. 11 points for him in that last game against the Celtics in Boston. 5 to shoot. And it's Brown missing. Utah's on defense.
You know, the Sixers have really undergone a complete reversal in recent years from a team with a very old school traditional front office to a team that's now focused on the science and analytics of winning basketball. And quite honestly, guys, we're seeing more and more teams embrace the analytics side of things.
That's good. 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. And that one's good. Roten's got 6.
And they're on fire. They've made 4 straight shots to get this thing going.
Brown outside. Count that one.
Boy, he's really been rolling now from 3-point range. What an opening quarter for him.
The 76ers have gone 4 of 4 to start. So a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Roten with it, and Burks picks him up defensively. Roten kicks to Richardson. 76ers moving the ball around.
And no question, he got bumped on that shot.
Definitely no room for discussion on that one.
The 76ers shooting their first free throws of the game. He misses the free throw.
At the line for 2.
And the second free throw, good. Utah's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter, doing well from long range. There's Brown with the 3, and the Jazz another 3.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Roten dishes to Robinson. Wide open. The 76ers again can't hit it.
I'll tell you what, the mid-range shot is not the easiest one to make. And when you've got daylight like he had there, I mean, those are shots you want to make.
Doubled by Roten. Burks the pass to Brown. Fades back. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a 3. Good on the shot. Brown's got 15 points.
They're setting the tone early here, Kevin.
The 76ers trail by 6. All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
I was able to catch up with the head coach of the 76ers. We talked about how they can best press their advantages in this game, and he told me that he expects their shot blocking to play an important role. He said, listen, obviously we want to keep them on the perimeter as much as possible, but with our length and timing, we can also bottle them up inside. And Kevin, he's hoping that'll help them secure their second win in this season series.
Thanks, Doris. And given the scoring talent on the floor, defensive mindedness definitely a key here, guys. Any thoughts?
Well, I agree, Kevin. Playing sound defense has to be their focus. If they can win the battle at that end of the floor, I think they've got a great chance to win.
Well, I agree, because if they don't do that, Steve, what happens at the other end isn't going to matter. It'll be futile.
Here's Brown, following the basket by Tony Roten, and Gobert kicks to Hayward. On the wing, Brown launches a 3. Brown's got 21.
That's 12 straight points coming off 3-pointers. I mean, somebody do something defensively.
Well, I agree with you. I mean, who's going to step up? They're rolling out there now, so you got to get in their chest, make them uncomfortable, and try to deny them.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Sims is checked in, and Nerlens Noel subbed in for Robinson. Roten, no good, and it's Utah's ball. They're on an 18-7 run. Brown outside. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the 3-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal.
A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Quinn Snyder was saying to his team. The strategy included running the offense through Big Daddy. Coach wants him to go from one of the key guys to the key guy. And from the way he responded in the huddle, I think he's up to the challenge. Kevin, we'll see how that strategy pans out as this game develops.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. And Utah again with the bucket. Here's Roten. 29 points for him last game against the Thunder in Oklahoma City.
And don't forget, guys, his playmaking was sensational. I mean, he saw the floor, making the game so easy for his teammates.
Now, here's Exum. He's guarded closely. We've got 22 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Evans, the baseline jumper goes down.
Their offense has really come together immediately, threatening to run away with this game.
It's hard to imagine they'll be able to stay as hot as they've been so far, but if they can, watch out.
Roden kicks to Richardson. Here's Covington, and so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot two. The 76ers shooting their third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. Free throw drops for Covington. The Jazz making a switch.
I like that shooting.
Again for Philadelphia. Robinson comes in for Robert Covington. A different look for Utah. We've got Thomas Robinson. Nerlens Noel is out there with Embiid. Then it's Richardson, and it's Roten in at point guard. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. And here is Roten after the three-pointer from Brown. Roten with it. He's guarded by Favors. Roten, no good.
Well, they've only got a slight edge in rebounding when you look at the numbers, but it certainly feels a lot bigger than it is.
Well, the score has a lot to do with that, Clark. Just based on that, you think the rebounding gap will be huge. That nice fast break from start to finish, guys.
Especially on the back end. I mean, he polished it off perfectly.
And here's Brown outside. That one goes. Count it. Brown's got 32 points in the game.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Roten dishes to Richardson. Roten with it. Brown on him. That drops.
If you battle for the offensive rebound and come up with it, you're guaranteed a high-quality shot on a follow just like he got there.
Expanding his range. Count that one. Brown's got 35 in the game.
Third three in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
Here's Roten. Gobert with the block. Tries again. Tries yet again. And Embiid finishes inside. Embiid's got his first 2 points.
Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now here's Hayward. Right now averaging 17 points a game. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for one. The 76ers making a switch here. Covington's checked in. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Jazz.
Now, they didn't waste any time getting into a groove out there. They're dialed in from long range.
The other thing they've had going for them tonight is working hard on the offensive glass. They've had a number of putbacks.
Now here's Brown after the miss from Joel Embiid.
Boy, for my taste, he's far too inconsistent with that shot. I mean, he's got to make those if he's going to take his game to the next level.
Now here's Roten. He's covered by Brown. Roten, no good.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Launches it. And it's Brown missing. The 76ers trail by 19. Here's Covington. Another miss by Philadelphia. Expanding his range. And he knocks it down. Good-looking three there from Brown. Brown's got 38 points. Philadelphia shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. You mentioned, Clark, the tone earlier. They've really set the pace here from the outside. They gave us 5 three-point shots in the first.
And that's just the kind of start they wanted. They're an excellent outside shooting team, and they've been able to get good looks and knock them down, and that bodes well for them being able to throw the ball inside now because you have to honor and respect their three-point shooting.
And Philadelphia making a change here. Sims is checked in. Then for the Jazz, Jeremy Evans comes in for Gobert. And it's Trevor Booker in for Derek Favors. Utah leading by 21. A shot by Hayward, wide open, and the Jazz another three.
He recognized there a good job by him that he could find some room behind that three-point line on the break.
It's deflected. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Brown wide open, he fires. His three-pointer's off the mark. And here is Robinson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Roten. 4 seconds left. Misses the layup.
I thought he rushed it a little bit, guys, because he had a clean look, just lost his focus.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Utah out in front, just dominating this one. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
Hey guys, great execution in the first half, but we still have a few things to talk about before we go back out there. At the offensive end of the floor, it's been a very intelligent display. We're hitting our shots because we're only taking smart shots, and that's the way we want to do it. Now I'll give credit where credit is due. We've taken very good care of the basketball. Turnovers were scarce, and we need to keep it that way. And that's all I wanted to go over with you. Let's go play a good half of basketball.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. It's been a clinic out there by Big Daddy.
Boy, you wonder how long he can continue to shoot the three ball as well as he has to this point. It's been lights out.
Steve, you know that as well as anyone, being the shooter you were. Sometimes you have those nights where the bucket looks 3 feet wide.
Jazz shooting 61% from the field, showing some marvelous touch out there. Well, we've got a moment left set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade. All fueled up for the second half. So on the floor for Utah. Hayward 3 and favors the 4. Brown out there with Alec Burks. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And here's Richardson following the 3 from Brown. Roten, no good.
I like that. Trying to respond to that last three-pointer, but he couldn't get it to go.
And let's now go to the sideline. We'll catch up here with Doris Burke. Doris?
Well, guys, Quinn Snyder this season taking over as head coach of the Utah Jazz. Snyder said the fit is terrific. He loves player development. Certainly a nice compliment to this young roster. Snyder's road in the coaching ranks has been a winding one, but he said the adversity he's faced has made him a better coach and a better person. Gentlemen?
His time has come, Doris. All the makings of a great coach. Thank you. Here's Brown, followed by Tony Roten. And yes, sir, that one drops.
They are killing them with that three-point shot here in the second half.
Well, the defense fully stretched out trying to stop that shot and still not able to get it done.
Now, here's Richardson, averaging 16 points a game. And out of bounds as the Jazz gain possession.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Brown outside. And stolen by Roten. Fast break, Philadelphia. Here's Covington. He has 5. Now the pass to Roten. Three-pointer. The rebound by the Jazz. Gobert's got his 3rd rebound on the night.
Good rebound there, but overall, they're getting outworked on the glass.
Steve, I think that's what you'd expect, seeing what the score is.
It's stolen by Gobert. Brown. The full-court Hail Mary is offline.
That's flat out embarrassing.
Here's the screen. Out to the right wing. Covington passes to Richardson. Clock at 6. Here's Covington. Defended by Hayward. Covington with the bucket. And Philadelphia making a change. Oh, checks in for Philadelphia. Thomas Robinson comes in for Roten. Jeremy Evans checks in for the Jazz. Trevor Booker comes in for Derek Favors. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Robinson sets a screen for Richardson. Off the screen. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
Really good offensive execution. Nice. Couldn't get the shot to go.
Boy, you love to see that as a basketball purist. Guy setting a good screen and then getting the shot opportunity.
And here's Brown outside. And he gets it to go. Brown's got 50 points.
Yep, he's their leading scorer, Kevin, in this game and has been the dominant figure today. No doubt about it.
Here's Kanan. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Well, he wasn't phased at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Utah out in front, running away with it. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And a chance right now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Well, and today it comes from one of the men in the middle, Kevin.
Here. 1:27 left to play here in the fourth.
And guys, with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who's watched it. I mean, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Jazz.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capability.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for them, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And so the hard work and effort paying off tonight, putting another win in the books. That'll be win number 27.
And tonight they square this season series at 1-1. You've got to think they had that loss earlier in the year in the back of their minds, a motivating factor for sure. They showed a really nice response here tonight against the 76ers.
And what a huge standout performance it was for Big Daddy. Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do anything really to stop him.
Henry Sims out there with Nerlens Noel. Then there's Richardson. Then it's Tony Roten. And it's Embiid in at the 5 down low. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And here's Brown outside. That's good. Brown's got 53.
Well, guys, tonight they came in here and really dictated the terms of the engagement, which is very difficult to do as the visitors.
You're right. That's not usually the way things work in the NBA. It's a great win, and no question, it's going to be a happy plane ride out of here.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. They get Derek Favors. The first free throw is good.
At the line for your 76ers, Henry Sims. 2 shots.
He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Looking at Philadelphia, they want to turn it around after the loss to Oklahoma City. That is good. 55 points for Big Daddy.
Just look at how quickly their lead has grown over the course of the last few possessions.
Boy, they've really saved their best for last, haven't they?
And that one's good. 9 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From downtown, and again it's the Jazz from deep.
Well, it's a wrap, fellas. No way you come back in this one.
Not anymore. Any chance of that happening was out the window a while ago.
And so it's Utah easily grabbing the win. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play. They showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see you next time. And now, our Jordan player of the game, Big Daddy.
Nice job out there tonight.
Yeah, thanks, man. I had a nice little matchup and did my thing.
That's what it's about. Seeing a weakness in your opponent and taking advantage. We got the win, but there's always room to improve. Am I right?
Yeah, man, I'm gonna break down the film tonight and see what I can improve.
Yo, did the Rook just say he's gonna break down film tonight?
Yeah, I know, man. It's the first. I got it. I know.
Wait till you're announced. We've not yet lost all our graces. The hounds will stay in chase. Look upon your greatness as you'll send the call out, send the call